Oh, the grenade? There's no story behind that, but there's a reason why I got it, I guess, now. I just liked it. It was a good design. But then I looked at one of the designs that I created from one of my friends, Casey Hobson, who passed away. He worked in my first corner, and worked on the first fight, second fight. Real talented kid. He died like at 22. But he had, I guess I designed a shirt with his name is Casey, the hand grenade Hobson. So now I kind of dedicate that tattoo to him since he's passed away and stuff. But I got it way before he passed away. But I'm saying on his walkout shirts, I just realized I had like a hand grenade with wings, and I just realized that. I mean, so I looked at that and I was like, wow. You know, but Casey was a really good, talented kid, man. He was good. He just had like something wrong with his brain. I guess brain hemorrhage or something. Real good fighter, and he was a good friend too. He was all tatted up. He also did tattoos. He tattooed himself. But I went to his brother, Justin, now, who a real good friend of mine. He lost his brother and I lost my brother, so we're kind of there together for each other. And his family's a great family. His dad and all that stuff. His dad raised him, so Casey was like his son. You know, it was hard to lose his son because I relate to my mom and dad when I lost my brother. They were like, you know, devastated and all that. So I was devastated when I lost my brother, but when I went to Casey's funeral, it kind of felt like I kind of relived, you know, my brother's funeral and put a lot of things behind me. It kind of made me stronger because at my brother's funeral, I wasn't all there. I mean, it was like, you know, how are you supposed to, I mean, me and my brother were really close and all that stuff. Now, I really couldn't even talk about it back then, but I think that this whole thing was like a healing process. And when I used to talk to Casey about it, I used to say, hey, you know, talk about my brother and get all choked up. And he's like, man, I can help you. And I'm thinking, you can't help me, dude. I mean, you know, there's no help for this. You know, I need psychological help or something because it's been 9 years. And every time I think of it, I'm like, you know, really like bad. But he used to tell me he helped me, and then I realized that, you know, that he did help me because, you know, he passed away and he changed my life and changed a lot of people's life and stuff. And I couldn't step foot on a funeral place for 9 years after my brother passed away. In fact, the first time I ever stepped foot on a funeral thing was in the stupid cheap movie Fall Guy I did. It was dumb. But the movie, and it was a funeral thing, and I was devastated on the funeral. I was like, ugh. You know, and it's funny because in that movie where Jake was supposed to die or whatever, those were real tears. I was thinking of my brother. I was devastated. People, some say, oh, he sucks as an actor. You weren't even really crying. I was like, man, I was crying. I was messed up 2 months after that film. I was like, you know. So I can say it's fake. It was real. It was a stupid movie, yes, but the emotions were true. The emotions were there. And but really, I guess I couldn't step foot on a funeral at all. But then I was leading Casey's funeral. Like they asked me to ride my bike behind his coffin, and I was like, man, I didn't feel worthy. You know, me and Casey were friends, but we weren't this good. I mean, all his family's behind me, so I designed 1,000 walkout shirts. His dad bought 1,000 walkout shirts. You know, Casey Hobson, the grenade, and everybody. Because Casey always wanted a walkout shirt. He was supposed to fight April 9th. Then he died like on the 20th, I think it was. So it was just right after his fight, 11 days later, so we always wanted his walkout shirt, and I never been able to design his shirt until that day, so we buried him in that shirt, and then G's Didn't Tap shirt. So that's like, ooh, that's like, you know, really moving when you create something, and somebody, you know, they say they want to be buried in it. It's like touching, you know. And then, so I talked about him at a few fights, told people quiet down, you know, they're drinking and getting drunk and being stupid. But I think that's what, you know, Casey, he's like I said, I know death is a hard thing, but when something happens, you can heal a few other people and make them move on. By Casey's death healing me, that I share this story with a lot of people now, that I might influence 1 out of 1,000, so that one person will influence someone else. So stuff like that happens, and you know, it can make people stronger. And it really did. I thought people thought I was gonna crack and, you know, get all crazy, and you know, but I did. I hammered through it, and you know, with friends and talking to people, and so it was a good thing. But glad you asked that question about the hand grenade. But I kind of dedicate that tattoo now to him, you know, because he was, you know, in case of the hand grenade Hobson. Real good kid, 22. Birthday was on May 20th and stuff. Real excellent. When I tell you, when I rolled with this guy, he tapped me out really quick. I mean, it was like tap, 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 tap. You know, I was like, dang. First roll, I was kind of pissed off. You know, because he's a little dude. You know, he's like 170. He's a pro fighter. His record's like 6-2. Real good, talented fighter. But caught me in arm bars. And then after a while, I learned. Keep my arms in. I learned he was sneaky. And once I caught on, it was a lot harder. But, you know, you meet so many people that are like, yeah, you know, I'm a martial artist and I'm this. You're like, yeah, right, let's spar. And then they spar and you're like, oh, wow, he really is true. He is, you know, a Muay Thai guy, trained with, lived with Forrest Griffin in Las Vegas. Forrest Griffin was one of his roommates and stuff like that. So yeah, he was a good kid and stuff. So, well, my point to the story is, like in the fights that I said, if you have a brother or sister and you know you might not get along with your brother or sister, now's the time where you need to call your brother or sister and be close to your brother or sister. Because you know, I only have one brother, and I wish I had more brothers and I wish I had more sisters. But even that message comes across to say, if you had a brother or sister, you know, and you do, they might get on your nerves, might bother you, but sometimes you got to get along and realize they're your brother and sister. You know, no matter what they do, they're still your blood. We all have those family members in our family that we, you know, the outcasts, the ones that don't get along, the crazy uncles, the crackhead cousins. You know, we all got them, but you know, sometimes we got to help them out because sometimes, you know, and we do what we do. So that's all. That's just the point. If you have a brother or sister, reach out, give them a hug, and push them away and say, all right, get off of me. No, I'm just kidding. Except me and my brother used to be like, all right, dude, that's enough, dude. But anyway, but that's pretty much that. So, you have any other questions?